The Christmas I brought home. Kelvin hated coming home for Christmas. Not because of the stress of helping out, not because of the family noise, but because this house had a way of forcing truth out of people. He had lied to his mom that he is bringing his friend Leo from school to spend the Christmas with them because he had nowhere to go. But Leo was his boyfriend and he wants to spend Christmas with Leo, but it's family tradition to always come home for Christmas wherever you are. So he had to come with Leo and cook a lie. The compound was full when their car pulled in. Cousins running around, aunties arguing over rice, Christmas music playing too loudly from a Bluetooth speaker that kept cutting. Kelvin stepped out of the car and stretched. The December heat clung to his skin. He felt Leo beside him immediately. Close, familiar, grounding. Leo had that calm presence Kelvin depended on. Darker, broader, always watching before speaking. They had been together for almost 2 years now. Quietly, carefully, hidden from everyone. Act normal, Leo murmured under his breath. Kelvin scoffed. I always do. Leo glanced at him. You are terrible at it. They shared a small smile, a private one. Then, Kelvin. Kelvin! Chisholm's voice cut through the air like a blade. Kelvin and Leo turned. She was walking towards them from the house, dressed too boldly for a family gathering. White tank top and a red skirt, bare legs, lip gloss shining, confidence loud enough to be heard. She smiled when she reached Leo. Not Kelvin, Leo. Leo, right? She asked. Yep, Leo answered. I didn't know you were this fine, he said, eyes dragging over his body without shame. Kelvin sniffled beside him. Leo laughed awkwardly. Oh, thanks. Chisholm leaned closer, too close. Her perfume hit him, sweet, heavy. I'm Chisholm, she said. We are going to be seeing a lot of each other this Christmas. Kelvin cleared his throat. How did you even know it was Leo? By the way, I didn't even get a hi or a hug. Chisholm looked at Kelvin then said, my hug is quite expensive and reserved this period. And then, everyone already know a friend of yours called Leo is spending the Christmas with us because your mom told us and I've been praying for him to be cute and God be prayers answered. Leo cut in. Oh wow, I've been a topic of discussion. Then they all laughed before proceeding to greet other members of the family and then went in. And that was the first crack. By the second day, it was obvious. Chisholm followed Leo everywhere. Kitchen, living room, balcony, even church. She laughed too loud at his jokes, touched his arm when she spoke, sat beside him even when there was other empty seats. Leo noticed. Kelvin noticed more. That night, Kelvin shut the bedroom door and turned to him. She's doing it on purpose, Kelvin said. Leo sighed. Sitting on the bed, I know. I've been trying to avoid her. Kelvin ran a hand through his hair. What if she sees us one day? What if she hears something? Leo looked up. Fear flickered across his face. She won't, he said, but it sounded weak even to him. Kelvin sat beside him. Their knees touched. Just then, 2 kids entered. They were Kelvin's nephew and niece. Brocade! They shouted as they bumped in to hug their uncle. And then dashed out again. This place is dangerous, Leo whispered. Too many eyes. Kelvin reached for his hand. You've been careful before. Kelvin squeezed his fingers. Christmas makes people curious. They leaned into each other without kissing, just breathing, just holding the moment. Outside, laughter echoed down the hallway, children running. It happened on Christmas Eve. Everyone was outside. Drinks, music, shouting, gifting. Leo slipped into the hallway needing help. Kelvin followed seconds later. They stood close in the dim corridor. Just 5 minutes, Leo said. Kelvin nodded. They didn't plan to touch. They always said that. But Kelvin's hand brushed Leo's waist. Leo inhaled sharply. Kelvin leaned in, not kissing, just close enough that Leo could feel his breath. Then, footsteps. Leo put back instantly. Chisom appeared at the corner. She stopped. Her eyes flickered between them. Am I interrupting something? She said softly. No, Kelvin said quickly. Chisom smiled. Good, she said, because I was looking for Leo. She turned to Leo. Leo, can I steal you for a moment? Sure, Leo said, stuttering, and they walked away. Kelvin's heart was pounding. Kelvin whispered to himself, I hope she didn't see anything. Fear had entered the room. Christmas morning arrived with noise and color and forced happiness. Leo was scrolling through his phone when it buzzed. Unknown number. He opened the message. His stomach dropped. Confess at Christmas dinner, or I confess for you. His breath caught. Kelvin's phone buzzed seconds later. They looked eyes across the room. Kelvin read his message and went pale. Leo, he whispered. I know. They didn't need to say it out loud. Someone had seen them. Someone knew. And Christmas now was only hours away. That afternoon, Chisom sat across from Leo, watching him with interest. Kelvin watched her. No one spoke about the message, but everything felt different. Every laugh sounded fake. Every smile felt forced. Leo's mind raced. Was it her? Did she hear something? Did she see something? Kelvin leaned close to him and whispered, whatever happens tonight, stay calm. Leo nodded, but his chest felt tight. Christmas dinner was coming, and one confession was already waiting at the table. The Christmas I brought home. Christmas dinner was supposed to be joyful. That was the lie everyone kept telling themselves as plates scattered onto the long dinner table. Jollof rice steamed, meat sizzled, wine bottles popped, laughter rose and fell like rehearsed music. Leo sat between Kelvin and Chisom, bad positioning, terrible luck. Chisom looked radiant, good earrings, catching the light, lips glossy. Confidence loud in her posture. She leaned towards Leo as if she belonged there. Kelvin sat stiff, jaw tight, shoulders squared like a man preparing for impact. Leo could barely taste the food. His phone felt heavy in his pocket. The message replayed in his head like a curse. Confess at Christmas dinner or I will confess for you. Whoever sent it wanted an audience. So, an auntie said loudly, so Leo, are you in any relationship? The table quieted silently. Leo froze. Kelvin's hand clenched on his thigh under the table. a warning or comfort, or both? Before Leo could answer, Chisom laughed. Of course he is, she said. A fine mind like this? She turned to Leo, eyes daring him, right? Leo forced a smile. I'm not really seeing anyone. Chisom tilted her head. That's surprising. She reached out and touched Leo's hand openly, fingers warm, possessive. Kelvin's knee bounced under the table. As plates were cleared, Chisom stood. I actually have something to say, she announced. Kelvin's head snapped up. Leo's heart stuttered. Chisom lifted her glass. This Christmas has been interesting. Her eyes locked onto Leo, then flickered briefly to Kelvin. Some people come home hiding things, she continued, pretending, performing. The room laughed lightly, thinking it was a joke. Kelvin felt cold. Leo's pulse thundered in his ears. Chisom smiled sweetly. But I believe Christmas is about honesty. She raised her glass higher. Don't you? Kelvin pushed his chair back slightly. Leo caught his arm under the table. Not yet, Leo mentioned. Chisom drank, sat. The room exhaled. The threats lingered like smoke. Kelvin locked himself in the bathroom minutes later. He gripped the sink, staring at its reflection. Sweat at his temples, eyes too alert, fear naked on his face. She knows, he thought. She's enjoying this. The door creaked open. Leo slipped in and locked it behind him. They stood inches apart in the small space. She's playing with us, Leo whispered. Kelvin nodded. I think she wants me to say it myself. Leo laughed bitterly. In front of everyone? Kelvin swallowed. I don't know what she wants. Leo leaned closer. Do you want to confess? Kelvin looked at him. Really looked. No, he said quietly. I want to choose you, not let fear decide for us. Leo cupped his face briefly. A stolen touch. Then a knock. Kelvin, Chisholm's voice right outside the door. Are you okay? They froze. Leo stepped back instantly. Kelvin unlocked the door. Chisholm stood there smiling. Her eyes swept the room, counted the seconds. Where is Leo? She asked. He should be outside, Kelvin replied. Can I use your toilet? You know there are a lot of us in the guest room. One of the kids is using the toilet, Chisholm said, pleading. Kelvin's heart stopped beating for a second. Leo was still in the toilet, and Chisholm must not know that they were both in the toilet together. No, I mean not now. My toilet is really terrible now, and I was just about trying to do some cleaning before you stepped in. So sorry, Kevin said while forcing a smile. It's fine. I'll just wait for the kid, Chisholm replied before stepping out. Leo came out sweating. Oh my god, that was so close, he said. Later, outside the balcony, Chisholm cornered Kelvin. The night air was cool. Music drifted from inside. Laughter covered secrets. You are nervous, she said softly. Kelvin crossed his arms. You are imagining things. She leaned on the railing beside him. You think I haven't noticed? He sniffled. She turned to face him. Close, too close. I see the way you look at Leo, she whispered. The pauses, the silences. Kelvin's breath caught. You are wrong, Chisholm smiled. Slow, dangerous. Christmas dinner isn't over, she said. You still have time. To do what? Kelvin asked, voice shaking. She leaned in, lips near his ear. To tell the truth, she said. She straightened and walked back inside, hips swaying. Kelvin stood frozen, heart hammering. Leo found Kelvin later, standing alone. She said something to you, Leo said. Kelvin nodded. She knows. Leo exhaled. Then it's tonight. They stood facing each other. Two men in love, cornered by silence. I'm scared, Kelvin admitted. Leo reached for his hands, openly now, no longer caring who saw. So am I, he said, but I'd rather lose everything than lose you quietly. Kelvin squeezed his hand. The dinner room light flickered brighter. Someone called for dessert. She escaped. Attention gathered. Christmas dinner wasn't over, and neither was the confession. The Christmas I brought home. Custard cooling, cake drying at the edges, conversations turning into silence. Kelvin stood. The room stilled, like breath held before a plunge. His hands trembled slightly, but his voice, when it came, was steady. I need to say something. Leo looked up at him, eyes wide, searching. Kelvin swallowed. I've spent years pretending, smiling when I was scared, dating expectation instead of people. Murmurs rippled. Chisholm leaned back, arms folded, watching. Kelvin turned towards Leo. And I'm done lying. Leo's breath hitched. I love him, Kelvin said simply. I love Leo. Silence fell heavy. Kelvin exhaled, waiting for the collapse. It didn't come. Instead, his mother smiled. Soft, knowing, she stood slowly. My son, she said, voice calm, warm. Sit. Confusion spread across the table. She looked at Leo. You too. They obeyed, stunned. Then she said the words that cracked the room open. I already knew. Kelvin's head snapped up. I knew long before tonight, she continued gently. The way you guarded your joy, the way you flinched when people joked. A mother sees. Leo's eyes filled. And yes, she added, glancing at Kelvin, I sent the message. Gasp. Kelvin whispered. You blackmailed me? She laughed softly. No, my love, I invited you. She stepped closer, holding Kelvin's face. I wanted you to stop waiting for permission. I wanted you to be free. Tears slid down Kelvin's cheeks. Leo stood abruptly and bowed his head. Ma, I love your son. I promise to protect him. She pulled him into an embrace. Then you are alone. Then you are already family. She pulled him into an embrace. Then you are already family. Applause broke out. Laughter. Tears. Even Chisholm smiled. Small. Honest. I was loud because I was jealous, she admitted. But I'm not cruel. Congratulations. The tension evaporated like mist under morning sun. That night, Leo and Kelvin lay side by side in the quiet of Kelvin's childhood room. Moonlight spilled across the sheets. For the first time, there was no fear knocking at the door. Kelvin reached for Leo's hand. You okay? He asked. Leo nodded. I feel light. They turned toward each other. The kiss was slow, unhurried, like a conversation they had been postponing for years. Hands explored familiar territory, made new by safety. Their bodies hit together, not with urgency, but intention. Every touch said, I'm here. Every breath whispered, we are safe. They undressed each other, moved together beneath the sheets, warmth against warmth, hearts beating in sync. Outside, Christmas lights blinked softly. Inside, two men learned what it meant to be chosen openly. When they finally slept, it was tangled, peaceful, complete. Morning after, twilight crept in gently. Leo woke smiling. Kelvin's arm was heavy around his waist, comforting, real. Enoch interrupted the moment. Wow, Chisholm's voice teased from the doorway. You two look well rested. Leo laughed, pulling the sheets higher. Kelvin groaned. Is there no respect? She grinned. None. Breakfast is ready. Lovers are expected downstairs. They emerged to find the family waiting, smiling, accepting. His mother wrinkled. Coffee first, lectures later. Laughter filled the house. That afternoon, Leo stood in the yard, Kelvin beside him. Music played, place clicked. Life continued, but different now. Lighter. I spent years afraid of this, Kevin said quietly. Kevin squeezed his hand, and now, Leo smiled. Now I'm home. The camera would pull back then. From two men standing feeling, from the family choosing love, from the Christmas that became the beginning.